Okay, let's try this again. Oops. Okay. Everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this together whenever everybody starts coming in. I'll give them a few minutes. I thought I'd try to cook a little snack on here on live. I've never done that before. Well, I did it on Facebook a long time ago, but I have never done it on YouTube. So I thought I would try to do it on a live on the YouTube. Okay. That right there is the name of the recipe that I'll be making today. So you all say hi once you start coming in, because I don't want to start before everybody gets in here. However, nobody might not show up. They might be busy. It started out real cold this morning, you all. Now I'm burning up. Hi, Sleeves. I'm going to fix a recipe called firecrackers, Sleeves. And it's just using some basic saltine crackers. A lot of people probably already knows about the recipe, but I thought I'd come on here real quick and throw it together. Are you working today? Okay, I'm going to go ahead watch them all work. Well, I guess it's just going to be you and me and 2 lurkers maybe. Oh, I know it might take a minute for everybody's notifications to go through. I probably should give everybody the heads up that I was going to go live, but I just did it spur of the moment. Find my scissors. Okay, I guess I'm going to do a show for you, Ted. Okay, this recipe calls for 3 or 4 packages of saltine crackers. So I'm just going to dump them in my big old bowl. I'll point the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Try to get it in the shot here. There we go. Hi, Brian. You've come for the comedy. Well, this just cooking today. But it might turn into a comedy because the day is young yet, you know. I'm sure I'll screw up or do something. Brian, I make a recipe called firecrackers. Have you ever heard of it? It's just a little recipe using some saltine crackers, and you throw a bunch of crap on it, bake it in the oven, and they're pretty good. They're good with salad. They're good with like a cheese dip, or you can just, my kids like to eat them by themselves. Okay, there's my 3 packages of the saltine crackers. So, the mix that I'm going to pour over this is 1 1/4 cups of canola oil. And this is a real easy recipe, so you guys can do this easily. And the recipe calls for canola oil, but you can use anything. And just pour that in there. And then it calls for 1 pack of Hidden Valley Ranch. I think that equals out to about 3 tablespoons. I buy it in bulk because I use it pretty often. It's just cheaper to buy it that way. I know this looks funky, but it's actually turns out pretty good. You'd have to go to the grocery store. Well, you can always write it on your list and just catch it on your way time you're at the store, Brian. Okay, 3 tablespoons of red pepper flakes. Now my red pepper flakes are pretty old, but I'm going to use them anyway. There's 1, 2, and then 3. So from there, I'm just going to stir it up with my whisk, get everything mixed up real good. And I feel a sneeze coming, y'all. Oh, that's the bad thing about doing anything live. You can't edit it out. But I promise if I sneeze, I'll turn my head. Alrighty. Now, I'm just going to pour this mixture over top of these crackers. And I'm just going to drizzle a little bit and then stir them up and then add the rest. Now, if you make this, you're going to need a big old pan to bake them in. Otherwise, you're probably going to have to do it in 2 batches. Ted, I did not sneeze. Or, hi-ho, Silver, I'm sorry. I ain't got my glasses on, y'all. The secret ingredient. Tell. Okay. Stir it up some more. Now, I usually use 4 sleeves of crackers, so if this seems too soupy, I'll add you another one. It's been a while since I fixed them. Yeah, I'm going to throw me another sleeve of crackers in there. There we go. I'm just going to keep tossing and turning these till everything gets pretty well coated. Now you can add you a little bit of garlic powder to this too if you want to. I'm sorry if this is real loud, y'all. I've got my mic plugged up, so it's probably louder than what it would be without the mic. Alrighty. Now here's my big ugly old pan, but I've had it for years and it's a good one, so I've held on to it, and it's the biggest pan I got. So I'm just going to take all these crackers and pour them out on this pan, and it's okay if they're, you know, stacked on top of each other, because there's too many to just make a single layer. But that's okay, because this is going to go in the oven for a little bit, and then you're going to take them out, toss them around a little bit more, and then put them back in the oven to finish baking. And then I'm just going to finish scraping what's left in the bowl over top the rest of the crackers. Okay, now I've got my oven preheated. I think it said to 250 degrees. Let me make sure. Yep, 250 degrees. And I'm going to put these in the oven. And it says, let me see. It says to allow them to set for 15 minutes, and that just allows that oil to absorb in the crackers really well. But I'm just going to speed it up and put them straight in the oven. And it says to bake them for 10 minutes, remove and toss, and then put them back in there for 10 more minutes. So I'm just going to stick these in the oven real quick. So I've got my timer set, 10 minutes. Oh yeah, and I left the camera pointing down because I didn't want my big old butt getting in the camera shot. When you just do a normal video recording, you could edit that out. And trust me, I give new meaning to wide angle lens, so. Well, looks like we've made it up to 8 people, so we're rocking and rolling pretty good, I guess. We just have to wait the 10 minutes. So I'm going to sit down and read the chat a little bit. I need me a bar stool, but I never did get one yet. Let's see. There we go. But yeah, that's a real simple recipe. And of course, after you get done baking them and everything, you'll want you either like a good Ziploc bag or a plastic container with a lid that seals real good to keep them fresh and keep the air out. And I don't know about you all, but I am burning up. We had the heat on this morning, and now I'm ready for the air conditioner. Phew. Plus that oven heating up the kitchen don't help. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, it's good to have a good sense of humor, because sometimes that's the only way you can stay sane. That's all I can say about it. How are you doing today, Rebecca? Let me see here. Doing good? Well, that's awesome. Brian, I was going to make you a mod in here, but I don't think I can do it from the phone. No, I don't see no way to do it. If I don't do that later, Brian, you remind me. Or send me a message or comment on one of my videos to remind me to set you as mod. Well, does anybody have anything good planned for supper after a while, or dinner as a lot of people call it? I'm going to take the easy route and fix something easy for supper. I like to buy those stuffed raviolis that's like, they're fresh, they're still soft, they're not in the can. You find them in the refrigerator section. And I like to get the ones that's got some kind of cheese in it. And so I'll take a little bit of Italian sausage, maybe like half a pound, maybe a full pound of Italian sausage. Fry it up and drain off the grease. And then cook up that pasta or that ravioli. And then drain the water off of it. Throw the Italian sausage in there. I like the sweet kind. The hot kind's good in it too. And then pour some spaghetti sauce over it out of the jar and just stir it all up. That's really good. It's quick and easy, and it gets gobbled up. And then I think I have some Texas toast in there in the freezer. So I'm going to fix that with it, and maybe some mashed potatoes. Well, we're down to 6 minutes, you all. And I don't blame yous if yous don't want to hang around that long. I'll just finish the video on out since I got it going. Phew. I think I need a fan on in here, but I didn't want to be blowing my hair everywhere. My luck would fall right in the bowl. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Rebecca, I think you went over and watched that video I made for Fat Boy, didn't you? Rebecca says, still have a few tomatoes I grew left. May make something with them. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get them before they go to waste. Now, I'm going to have the drawing Friday on that, Rebecca, which I think you've already got your comment in there. I'd post the link to it for everybody else, but I don't have it on hand. It'd be too much hassle. But I had a lot of fun now, old Fat Boy. It was a great video. Yeah, I showed the other side of me, I guess, didn't I, Rebecca? Usually most of my videos I'm real serious and everything because, you know, I do take my cooking serious. But, yeah, I've got a goofy side for sure. This little phone, it's hard to read the chat. I need Orange Dog's big goggle glasses he's got. He put those on the other day. I thought he looked like Bender from Futurama. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. He didn't. For these crackers, I like to take a little bit of the white cheese and add a little milk to it and melt it in the microwave and stir it up real good till it's combined, make like a queso dip. I like those really well with these crackers. And I like to have me a big chef salad and eat the crackers in the place of croutons with it. It works out good that way too. But now my kids always just ate them plain. They're a pretty good snack like that. But you know, you could change up that recipe and make any flavors you wanted, probably like garlic and Parmesan, and I don't know, you could probably throw a little bit of rosemary in there and change it up a bit. But it's an easy recipe. I saw something weird at Kroger the other day. Let me get it for you. I don't know if you've all ever seen this, but it's called mayo chup. So it's like mayonnaise and ketchup together. They had that at Kroger. So I thought, well, I'm a sucker. I'll give it a try. I ain't never opened on it yet. Of course, it'd probably be cheaper just mix your own, but I like to be lazy sometimes. I thought that might be good on a cheeseburger or something. It says saucy sauce. Sounds like my personality on some days. Well, we're down to a little less than a minute and a half. Clean up my mess. Sorry for moving around on y'all. Those 3 spots on there was bugging me. Well, Brian, here's the bad thing. This is the first 10 minutes, and then we've got to toss them and put them in there for 10 more minutes. Then they're ready to eat. But they're good. So if you can't hang around the whole time, you can come back and watch it on the replay. I'll keep it up. All right, it's about ready to come out, so. Okay, let me find my spatula. So, pointing's back down again. I'm just going to toss these around a little bit. Now, if you all try this recipe, be sure to let it set for like the 15 minutes. I let mine rush a little bit by putting them straight in the oven. If you let them set, that oil has time to absorb in them crackers better. And they're just better that way, but these will still be good like this too. I just wanted to do the quick version. But usually if I'm not in a rush, I'll let them set for 15 minutes and soak up that oil. Alrighty. Back in the oven for 10 more minutes. There we go. There we go. Oh, you've been busy, Brian. No, Brian, they don't really turn brown. It just kind of allows all that flavor to bake in the crackers. They might have a light golden brown, some of them, but not like a real brown cracker. Hey, LLE, I don't know what your name is, but so you make these for camping. Yeah, they are addictive and good. I'm glad you joined us today. We're on our last 10 minutes of baking them. So when you bake yours, have you ever changed up your recipe with like Parmesan and garlic powder and stuff like that? Lynn, okay, that's good. Makes it easier to talk to you, Lynn. Um, I didn't know if it was Lynn or Liz. I couldn't remember. I'm bad with names. But have you ever changed up this recipe yourself to other than just the standard like ranch dressing, powder and stuff? Just the basic recipe? Yeah, they don't last long around here at all. Of course, I'm just down to a couple of my sons around here now, but I used to have 4 boys at home. And they might last a day. They might have a few left by the next morning, but not very many. Have you tried baking yours just straight without letting them set for the 15 minutes? I usually do, but I just pushed them in this time. But I figure as they sit in their container, they'll absorb more of that and they'll be fine. I just didn't want to add another 15 minutes waiting time on video. Yeah, they work fine. I figured they would. I think I'd done it before, but it's been a while since I made them, so I didn't really know for sure. I was going to have another pizza video this week because I was trying to do like a little pizza series with different pizzas every week. And my mixer, the gear thing broke in it, so I put that on hold for a while. And I could mix that pizza dough up by hand, but I don't know, it just wears me out trying to do it by hand anymore. So I think I can fix my mixer. I just need to order the part and stuff, and then I'm going to try to finish at least 1 or 2 more pizzas I wanted to make. But kind of run out of ideas what to fix anymore. I've got one crock pot recipe with some boneless pork chops, I think is what goes in it. It's a pretty good recipe, so I thought about making a video on it. Well, you all, I'm going to step and turn my air conditioner on. I am burning up. Sorry about that, guys. I hope that sound don't interfere with the video, but I couldn't take it any longer. Oh, you might put cheese slices? That's a good way. I bet like pepper jack cheese or something like that would be real good, wouldn't it? I think it's probably been a year or 2, Lynn, since I've made them. I used to make them all the time with the boys. Yeah, pepper jack cheese. Well, Brian, it was real cold this morning, like maybe 35 or 40, and I think they might even had a frost on, and it was cold. But as the days went on, it's warming up out there now. A basic for our camping trips, yeah. And you know, it's one of those things that's so easy to make and so easy just to take a few out of the bag. You know, you don't have to do no work with them. I have ate them with like cream cheese, like the soft and whipped cream cheese. They're good like that too. I bet they go good with that garden veggie cream cheese spread too. I know, we're going to be hungry, Lynn, before we get off here. I've still got to do some cooking here in a minute for the kids, well, for the husband and my son when they get home. But it won't take too long, but I'll be starved to death before it gets here. Let me go get that phone, y'all. You know how it is. Hello? Hello? Hold on a minute, sir.
For the Kentucky Association of Chiefs of Police.
Say that again?
And really quick,
I think it's a
we're mailing out
recording.
the envelopes to help provide financial assistance to the families of Kentucky officers killed in the line of duty.
I get these all the time.
Program for law enforcement students, as well as the overall general welfare of the association.
If it wasn't a recording, we would have had some fun just now, y'all. But it was a recording. So, that was a bummer. And trust me, I like to have fun with them when I get a live person on there. That's why most of them have went to recordings now, I think, because people start having fun out of them. Hey, I get bored. I'm here all day most of the time by myself. I got to do something to entertain myself. You get them too, Lynn? I just... one of the most aggravatingest ones I've had is that one about your Windows computer. I think one day I told him I didn't have no Windows or I didn't have no computer, either one. Didn't know what they was talking about. Then I got hold of one who was real smart aleck. And when I said this, I said it politely. I said, "Take me off your list, please," which it don't do no good, but I try. And he goes, "Excuse me?" I said, "Take me off your calling list, please." And he gets real snippy and says, "Take me off your calling list, please. Take me off your calling list, please." That's one time I wished I could have reached through the phone. I don't know how you say your name. Is it so fine? Never seen that one yet. Alright, we're down to a minute and a half, y'all. Greetings from Morocco. Well, you're a good little ways away from Kentucky. Greetings to you, too. Hi, Lorraine. You're a Kentucky person? Good. Kentucky's a great place to live. It ain't very good for the jobs. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I know, you're always posting something nice. It helps on those days where you're fed up with YouTube and the snotty people and you just want to throw your hands up. It helps to have a little encouragement from people like you, Lynn. There's been a lot of times I just read to delete it and flush it down the toilet. I've got some doozy comments before. Yeah, say your name's so fine or whatever. I think that's worldwide. I try not to get into it. Thanks, Lynn. The hubby's doing pretty good. He's at work. Let me get these out of the oven. Alrighty. There they are. They look pretty much the same, but they are a little bit darker in color. Last week my husband had bronchitis real bad, and they almost thought it was turned into like pneumonia. So he was off like a full week, which where he works, they have days they can take off and stuff, so it didn't hurt him as far as the paycheck, but he was pretty sick. And that one day, I just told him, I said, go to the doctor. And they give him a steroid shot and I think an antibiotic shot, which we call those meanest shots around here. And he was so sick when I drove him down there to the doctor. But you know, after that steroid shot and that infection shot or whatever, antibiotic shot, he's like a whole different person the next day. That's how much difference it made. Alright, you all. That's what they look like, y'all. Hi, Sandy K. I ain't talked to you in a while, girl. You see my crackers? They're called firecrackers. Okay, Brian, you take care and thanks for joining me today. Yep, that's all there is to it. And from here, I'll probably find me a plastic bowl with a lid. Let them cool first and then stick them in there. And they'll probably be gone before tomorrow even. But I'm going to have some of them with the salad. Oh, send you some, Sandy? They'd probably be stale by the time they got to you. Are you feeling better, Sandy? I've been meaning to message you the last day or two and I hadn't got around to it. I had to do the old grocery store yesterday. That's always fun. Well, alright you all, I really don't have much else to do now. I mean, the crackers is done. I think we made it up to about 10 people here. It might have went up a little further, I don't know. But I just thought I'd give this live stream a try and see if there's much interest in if I do like live cooking and stuff. I like the concept of it, but it's just I'm such an introvert, it's hard to come out of my shell unless I'm just acting like a goofball or something. But it's hard to, I just don't have the skills like some people do where it's real smooth. You broke another rib, Sandy? Now, is you talking about the second rib you broke, or did you break a third? Oh, thanks, Lynn, and thank you so much for stopping by. It tickled me to death to see you show up. But if you all want me to try to do these live cooking streams, just comment later and let me know. I don't know if it's worth the time or not, or if I'm very good at it at all. Alright, bye, Lynn. You take care. But I'm going to go ahead and end it, you all. That's all there is to it. And I'll post the recipe down in the description box for y'all. That way you don't have to watch through the whole video to get the recipe and write it down. So I got to get over here. But until next time, guys. Bye.